Hi YouTube, my name is Megan. If you have not been here before, thank you so much for coming and watching this video. I have a new fireplace in my office and it is seriously one of the best purchases we have made. We had like a lot of Amazon gift cards and we decided to get this for the office because I am always freezing, and so I just turned this on for like an hour and the office is so warm and cozy. So this is my new little setup for filming some of my YouTube videos, and today I'm doing a video topic that I have not done in a long time, and that is the law of attraction. So as you guys know, I really love the law of attraction. I believe it, I live it, and I completely dive into setting intentions and saying affirmations. I wanted to center this video around how I was able to manifest a raise at my job as well as a house. So I never really talked about how I manifested a house and how it really came to fruition, but I want to talk about all of that today, so I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so I first off want to talk about how I was able to manifest a raise. And guys, this is the craziest story. I was so excited to share it with you. Bless you, my little cat sneezed. But I'm so excited to share it with you guys because it was kind of insane how it happened, and even like my boyfriend and family was like, wow, you're psychic. So I want to share with you guys how I really truly just made it happen. And trust me, I definitely believe what you're saying and what you're speaking into the universe can come to life, but I also believe hard work and setting your focus on that is also extremely important. So last year, about 3 months before the year end, I knew that I really wanted to ask for a raise when the new year started, and I didn't just say I wanted a raise, I literally was acting as if I was going to get one. So what I mean by that is I have an Excel budget sheet, and I was starting to create my budget sheet for 2020, and within that I was already putting down the raise that I wanted to get, like to the dime. I wanted like a 10% increase, and I put that on my budget sheet. And I also have a written like notebook where I set every monthly like income I'm getting as well as the payments. I just like to have it written as well, and when I was doing that I was writing it as well, and I was writing what I'm going to be making each month next year. Hold on, he's playing with the blinds and it's very distracting. So I also was speaking to my boyfriend and my family about the raise that I wanted, and it wasn't that I wanted it, I was like, I'm gonna ask for one, like it's going to happen. And I never was like, I want that so bad. It was like, I already have enough right now, but it would help me and it would make my life so much more relaxed and free if I just had a 10% increase. So I would always say that out loud to myself, and then the craziest thing happened. So for about 3 months, I was setting this intention. I was saying affirmations about having an abundance of money, and then one night I had this dream that it was kind of a negative dream, but I had a dream that I was asking for that raise and they actually denied it. But I woke up, completely forgot about the dream, and then I went on with my day and I was like, oh my gosh, I totally dreamt that. And it kind of like pushed me away from asking for it, but then I was like, maybe this is a sign that I really should ask for it. And so I just went along with my day, and my boss actually called me, and just out of nowhere, he never calls me, it's very rare, and he offered me a raise as well as part of his business, like to own it. And I was just like, I was literally jaw dropped, like, wow. I had been, and it was to the T, like the exact amount I had written in all my notebooks of exactly what I wanted to make is exactly what he gave me. So I honestly feel like scripting is extremely powerful, but not only that, just acting like you have enough already, you have it already, it's just gonna help you, and it's just gonna like make your life a little more feasible and free, and you're gonna be able to do more things that you wanna do. So just acting as if you have it and believing you already have it, saying you already have it, it truly comes true. And this was like Exhibit A and the most clear vision I've ever had into how powerful manifestation is. and now I'm like truly like really practicing it because I saw it happen in such a beautiful way. And yes, so I highly recommend, if you do want to raise, write it down, put it in your budget sheet, act like you already have it, and you'll be amazed at how it will come true. And you might not even have to ask for it. The universe might just give it to you. So definitely write down what you want as if you have it, and live as if you have it, and amazing things will happen. Okay, so now on to how I was able to manifest a house. So in October of last year, I believe it was October, me and my boyfriend were playing around with the idea of purchasing a home because the rent prices here increased, and I was living in an apartment where I would be paying the amount of a mortgage, and it seemed like the right thing to do. But we didn't really like fully dive into being serious about it, but I knew that was something I wanted to manifest. So like all the goals I want to manifest, I would research it and look at it all the time, and it was like a dream board but on realtor.com. So I would always like scroll through that just in my free time, and the one thing that I realized I never did, I never said it's impossible or that's never gonna happen. I always was saying that is going to be my next step. That was always what I was saying. Like after the apartment I was living in, a house was my next step. And I just had it so ingrained in my mind that I didn't really think about it as a manifestation. It was just so ingrained in me that that was like the course I wanted to take. But I truly feel like that's important to touch on, because if you're sitting there and you're like, oh my God, I'm paying so much, I would love my own house, but God, that'd be so hard. Then you're just like already bringing that down, and the universe is gonna hear that, and it's gonna believe that you're not grateful for what you have right now. So be grateful for what you have, but also ingrain it in your head that the next step is going to be something even more big and even more wonderful. No matter what it is, it's going to happen as it should be. So that was kind of how it began. And as I knew that was my next step, we researched more, and we actually toured a few houses. And then we had put an offer into a home, but the home had like roofing issues, and just we'd have to put a lot of money into it. So we ended up putting an offer into, or we ended up declining the offer, and we moved on. We kind of put the idea of a house to the side because I already have a beautiful apartment. I was happy where I was, but it was just, again, financially I didn't have as much freedom because I was paying a lot for rent. So yeah, so anyway, we put that to the side, and then one day I was just looking on realtor.com like I usually do, and I found this beautiful home, and I was like, we need to go ASAP because homes here are selling like crazy. So we went that same day, we fell in love, and that same day we put an offer in, and we were competing with 2 other offers, and we were accepted. So it was a beautiful as well. It's just amazing how things can really manifest when you're locked in and you're focused on it, but you're also grateful for where you're at, but you're excited for where you're going. It's like just believing that and living it. It's amazing to see it all like come to life. But I was reflecting on the things I had done to prepare for this big decision of buying a home, and also a huge decision in our relationship, because that's definitely showing the trust we have for each other, and we're putting a lot of money into an investment together. So I was thinking back to what really made this all come to life, and the one thing I remember doing at the time when I was living in the apartment was I was writing out in my favorite scripting journal. I was always writing out my perfect day, and that perfect day that I would write out always involved me being in a home like this. And I didn't even know of this home yet when I was writing some of these, but I just knew that I wanted to have my own office. I wanted to have a beautiful kitchen. I wanted a lot of natural light in the home, and I just would write out every little detail in my perfect day, and I would just write it out as often as I could. And it's amazing because I have lived that perfect morning and that perfect day that I've written out, and that is just all because of scripting. And I've talked about scripting in another video, and I'll link it right up here. Sometimes written words are actually sometimes more powerful than verbally saying it, and if you haven't verbally said it, writing it out is another powerful tool to use to end up manifesting it. So the biggest takeaway from this video is that if you want to manifest a raise at your job, you're just scared to ask, or you don't feel like you deserve it, or you're just kind of being negative on yourself, then the biggest thing I recommend is not only scripting, but living as if you have it. If you write it out in your budget sheet and you're living as if you have it, it truly can manifest into that. And if you want to manifest a house, I definitely believe you have to have financial stability, but being able to truly know what you want in a house and write out exactly like how you picture your day going in that house, and scripting it is so powerful. So I know that both of these things I manifest, I utilized scripting, but I think that's just a very powerful tool, and that's proof that it really works. So yeah, I cannot believe, like, when you step back, and especially when I like meditate, sometimes I'm looking around like, how, like, this is amazing. And it's so powerful when you just live a positive and act as if and feel abundant and just all those positive vibes. If you truly like feel it, so many amazing things can happen. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just wanted to touch on a couple things I recently manifested and hopefully inspire you guys to start manifesting, saying affirmations, scripting, because those goals you want are just right around the corner. You just have to change your mindset, change your thinking patterns, and it can all come to life. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, week, evening, or whenever you're watching this, and I will see you in my next video.